Hello and welcome back, Stampers. We are in session 3 of our lives today. So it is Saturday, August 13th, and we are doing our celebration and the mini catalog. Welcome, Cheryl. Welcome back. So, for our third session, I want to invite you into my wonderful world. So, the wonderful world is a bundle that is in the Celebration catalog. This is probably the only Celebration item that I will be highlighting the way I am here. So I hope you like this. Have you ever had one of those stamp sets that you looked at and you just had to have? Well, this is it for me. So Barb and Beth have joined us. Welcome, ladies. Yes, we laugh all the time about having too many flowers, but what can I say? More flowers. So it is this one right here that got me. This is a bachelor button, or at least that's what I call it. And of course, I'm a big fan of irises, and I'm not sure if that's a rose or what it is, but it's pretty. So I just had to have this one. And I am teaming it up with the Very Best Occasions. This is the stamp set we used in the last live presentation. So, excited to show you guys this. We'll be doing 2 different fun folds with these and a little bit of a different technique, but I want to share this paper with you. It is amazing. So here is the first one, and it has a glow of Orchid Opulence. So that is that purpley blue color. It is a new in color. So it's really pretty, and then it has white lilies on it. This is the back side. Oh, my apologies. I gotta get my other light up here so you can see. How's that? Are we getting better? Whoops, now I'm bumping my camera. Goodness gracious. Hope I'm steady now. Sorry. It just wasn't showing the paper as pretty as it is. Okay, so that's the back side. Let me flip this front side over, even though you're going to see it later anyways. Okay. And then I'll pull this out and look at this. If you're ever sitting there watching TV and you need to move your hands, I would suggest cutting these out. Fussy cutting this, because I wouldn't want to cover this up with anything else. I would want those big, beautiful flowers on the front of my card. They are gorgeous. All right. And then there's the back of that. Pretty. I like the fronts and backs really coordinate nice. That's how I'm using them in my cards today. Here is another one. I don't know why, this just reminds me of moms. Like a Mother's Day. I don't know. Call me silly. There's the back of that one. So I'll also be using this pattern today. And then we have another one. This one has a lot of the, actually has orchids in there. That is not a lily. There's the iris. And then they got some new flowers in there. So this one's kind of cool. It's got different flowers in it. And the back, always useful. And here we have another one. Now these, I think you could find little dies that would cut those out, or you could just cut them out yourself, but I think that would be really cute. Nice background. And so you can use it for any occasion. Flowers are any occasion too, aren't they? And these are cute. And then I love this. Okay, who's with me, girls? Who thinks this looks like a wallpaper from way back? Like something my grandma would have had on her walls. That's what this reminds me of. So it's kind of nostalgic, that paper. I love it. So that is the designer paper. Again, this is the Wonderful World, and you're going to find those on page 14 and 15 in the Celebration catalog. And it is a $100 set, free with $100, but well worth it if you're going to be buying that stuff anyways. And then again, I am bringing back, where did I put it? Oh, you guys don't need to see it, do you? There it is. I'm hiding my stamp set. The Wonderful World and Very Best Occasions. There we go. And I'm going to tell you why I like this. Because you have two fonts that match nicely. These two. So you can have one for the inside, one for the outside. So that's how I'm going to be using some of these today. All right. So our first fun fold is the corner flip fold. So here's what we do. You start out with a 4-inch piece of paper. So your 12 by 12, of course, you can cut these into 3 4-inch strips. So you'll want to do that. And then you're going to cut these at 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, and then you're going to have like this little piece left over. I think it's about 1.5 inches. So it'll be 1.5 inches by 4. So this is our mat for our front. I'm going to set that aside, and we are going to take this one, and this one is going to get flipped this way. And then we are going to use this for our front. First, let's get our base folded in half here. Okay. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. So let's put our front piece on, and I'm going to add a nice amount of adhesive to the front of this because it's going to get folded back. So let's put that there. Okay. And we might as well put this one in, right? Other side. You could use the same side if you wanted to, but I just think that, and then it's going to highlight all your stuff for you. All right. Let's get that on there. Okay, so what I want to do with this one is get my ruler, and I'm going to mark at about 5/8 of an inch. Okay, what is going on here? 5/8 of an inch. So that's actually 2 little tick marks past the 1/2 inch point. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to line it up so I know it's straight. And then I'm going to pull this front up and tuck it a little bit over. See how I'm pushing this way? All right. So I'm just going to fold that. And this will help me fold the rest of this down. And with that ruler there, you can get it nice and straight. I try to find easy ways to do things instead of all this measure here, measure there. This is quite easy. All right, now we got this amazing Stampin' Seal. This works really good. So we're going to put adhesive down so our flap stays down. There we go. Now, when you go out about 5/8 of an inch like we did, this gives you about 3.5 inches from the edge. So a nice 3-inch square works really good. And that is exactly what I did here. That's for our inside. And this is for here. Now, you could have done a different color. I didn't like the way the other ones mixed while I was stamping my flower. And there it is, but I just want to show you how I did that. So this is going to get placed right here. So we're going to do that right in the corner. And it's okay if you put that on now. But remember, you do not want to get your adhesive on this side. Only on this corner. That's going to hold your piece down. And I like to match up my little corner. See how nice that 3x3 works there? Excellent. Get that down. I would have used white, but I'm stamping my flower, so that wouldn't have worked. And the pink was just too much. So this works a lot nicer. And then this will go here. This we'll put on the inside. And I need some scrap paper. And I never have it when I need it. Oh, let me see if I can find some right here. Because we need to stamp off with this. Now, I tried this with the markers, and I didn't really like it. I tried both of the alcohol markers. That didn't work really at all. And then the regular Stampin' Right markers. No, didn't work real good. So, just to let you know, these are those beautiful distinctive stamps. So they give you a lot of the shading already when you stamp. There's our greetings. Getting a mess all over the place here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow. I'm going to flip that open. And just leave a little space there. Let's move those out of our way, because we don't need those right now. And then this is my Rich Razzleberry. So we're going to take those two, and these sit nicely in there. And I do this when I do my stamp camps and stuff, because that way everybody can still see which color they're using. So we are going to start with our Mossy Meadow. So now you got another way to use your daubers, and we are going to color this in like this. You will also notice I trimmed away part of the excess rubber on those, and I'm just going to pull this color away from there. Okay. Now into our Rich Razzleberry. These are nice and juicy. And I'm stamping off on this one just because when I do that, the color matches so much nicer with the designer paper. So we are going to stamp off once. Look at how pretty that is. Then we're going to take this and we're going to just cock that stem a little bit. And gorgeous. Now our happy birthday is going to come in. This I'm doing at a full inked image. There we go. Now, my ink pads are really juicy, so I need to let that sit just a minute. And then I'm going to pull in my inside, which I pre-did already. So see, here's your happy birthday, and then sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And then I stamped that little flower back down in there again. That will be your inside. I'm going to put these two together. Get that nice layered look. So, if our... Ooh, I'm always crooked. Come on. Lift, lift. Okay, there we go. Whew. I have to say, that's the one nice thing about the glue, is it allows you to move that a little bit more than what this really sticky stuff does. Okay, so this was 3 by 3, so I wanted my base to be 3 inches. So it is also 3 inches across, but because this is our inside and we want a little more room, I brought it down to, I believe it is 4 1/4, 4 1/2. So before I tack that in there, I want to kind of line it up and make sure that when this is closed, that doesn't show. So I can put that right there. Look at that. With that designer paper behind it, it's just so pretty. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to burnish that so that sticks nice. There you go. You'll have a nice surprise. And now we can add our flower to the front. There we go. And of course, it wouldn't be a Linda card without a little bling bling, right? Beth said it looked straight to me. Whew, good. All right, let's get that take your pick tool. And I just grabbed these because they were handy. They actually came from a paper pumpkin kit. And I am going to just tuck these. I'm going to do a little bit different today and just tuck that in the corner. Oops, that's the little one. We don't want the little one. Back to this guy. I like that there's 2 ways that I can pick this up. There we go. So now we're actually framing our corner there. Okay. And voila, distinctive stamp. I really like the sponging technique on these distinctive stamps. It just works so well. It gives so much ink to it that, like I said, you had to stamp it off so that the colors matched a little nicer. But they are gorgeous. Look at that. Love that. Love it. Love it. Okay, so our next fun fold, we are going to be using this paper, and again we are cutting that to 4 inches. I try to get these so that I don't waste paper, because who wants to waste this gorgeous paper, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, I don't need the razzleberry, so we'll move that, but we need the mossy meadow, so I'm going to keep that right here. And this gets cut, so we have 4 inches, and we're going to cut to 5 1/4, and then to 5 1/4 again. So I don't know if you ladies want me to show you that. I can do that. I just don't want to get that full of ink. So let's bring this in. 5 1/4. I don't know. Can you see way down there? I'm not thinking so. I'm trying to squish it up a little further. But all right, so it is at 5 1/4. And then we're going to do another one at 5 1/4. Because that gives you your, you know, little border all the way around. Here is your 4" by 1.5, which you can use on your envelope. The way we're doing this card, you can't put that on the inside, so don't throw it away, save it. Okay, now what we need are two 2" pieces. So we're going to flip this around because I need that 5 1/2 or 5 1/4" length, and we're going to bring it to 2. Easy breezy because this is 4 inches. So just cut that right in half and you got your 2 pieces. All right. So that is the cardstock or the designer paper we need. And then I'm going to grab the bottom over here. Here's our card base. Card base is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay, so we are going to score at 2 1/8. And I bring my scoring blade down here because I have that written down. Score. And then 4 1/4, which is our regular A size card. Okay, now our pieces are going to fit nicely into here because of the way we cut it. So, bringing this one in, folding it in half, and then we're going to bring this piece up and fold it. Now, this is a personal preference. You can leave this open, so you pull like this, or you can secure this shut. That is up to you. This, however, we are going to take our adhesive, and let's do this. Okay, where's our matching flowers? Are right there. Okay. Gorgeous paper, fun folds. If you leave this open, it is the easiest of the Z folds, if that makes sense, because it would be a Z. If you decide you want this closed so that you only open it this way, then it's just like a short flip fold. So however you choose to do that, will have a slightly different name, but basically the same technique. Okay, line up our designer papers here. Have a nice thing. Oh, jeepers, I hope I didn't lose you guys. Am I still live? My camera, okay. Are we live yet? Loud and clear. Okay, now I got to flip my camera back. There we go. Okay, whew. That was scary. Thank you. That was weird. My computer's frozen here, so I can't get your messages, but I got them now, so wonderful. Okay, now we're going to take that quarter piece here, and we're going to flip that upside down. There we go. Pretty. I like my leaves going that way better. All right. Perfect. Now you get that nice two-tone look. And, oh, I gotta be honest with you ladies, I do not remember the die set this is from, and I don't have the big catalog handy, so I can't even cheat and look for it. So, I don't know if anybody has their big catalog handy and they find these dies. They're, they might be called scallop dies, but there's quite a few of these. I use these a lot. But anyway, that is what I need, and we need 2 of those. So you're going to die cut 2 of these. First one will go on here, and then the second one will get tucked right under here. Now I know my retreat ladies know this little trick because I think we did this at our Christmas one. So you want to get this one centered nicely, and that one has to get stamped on first. So once we get this set up, we'll get to stamping. All right, there we go. That is centered, really pretty. And isn't it nice to have something a little bit different in there besides just a plain old white piece of paper? A little scalloped with some little stitch marks in there, look really nice. Okay, now let's get to the reason I had to have this bundle. Here is our Orchid Oasis, and I am looking for my, oh jeepers, need my little dot there, my sponge dauber. You know, you would think when you set this stuff up that it would be really handy. Girls, I can't even find my flower. All right. Too bad I couldn't put it on pause. Okay. I found my dauber. Now this girl is just looking for her stamp. I don't know how I could lose it. It is big. It is big. So, does anybody have any questions so far? While Linda looks for her, oh my gosh, I can't believe I must have, where I put that. That is nuts. Voila. Talk about crazy. All right. We are going to do this technique again. I am going to start with my Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to kind of just squeak that in there a little bit. These are a little chubbier than they used to be a few years ago. But to be honest, so am I. A little chubbier than I used to be a few years ago. Shh, I won't say that out loud. Thank you, Deborah Ryan. Scalloped contours on page 174. Yay! Thank you, Deborah. That is where I got that. There we go. Scalloped contours dies. All right. And here we go with the beautiful new Orchid Oasis in color. Again, we're just dabbing that color on. It really makes this distinctive stamp come to life. Just making sure I got a nice even coating now that I've got that on there. All right. And okay, ladies, let's make this magic happen now that you've been waiting for me. It's going to go right in the middle. You could stamp this first and then die cut, but it works so well, you really didn't have to. All right, gorgeous, right? All righty. Now, I did not pull out any more dies for this, but I have everything sitting right here. So we can do that. Just looking. I don't have them all cut out, can't you tell? So we'll grab that one. And we're here. It's the other one. I'm not going to put that one on the inside yet because I don't have it mounted, and I don't like to make a mess. So, all right. We're going to do the Love You, Miss You. Pull that right up there. And I'm going to go back into the blue, our Orchid Oasis. I'm going to flip this so I can see a little better, because I really don't want to mess this up. Right in the middle, right on the bottom. Pretty. If you don't like that, you can always put a piece of paper on the top. All right, now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to make sure that you got the right side. So it's this one. And I like to add some hefty adhesive there. We fold this, and this gets set right on top of the one from the inside. There we go. I'm going to open this and then take my bone folder so that it's nice and secure. So now when I get the other one mounted, I'll put that on the inside. And I could probably, if I would have stamped before I put this in here, you could have bought just a little piece of that down there. So this again is the Wonderful World, and these are Celebration, and I wanted to show you this as a bundle because that's what it is. It comes with the designer paper and these stamps. So they are in the $100 category. So if you purchase $100, you can get this for free. Just one of the many items. We're just gotta add that little bling in there. And I like these because they actually have that hint of blue in there. So there are our cards for the Wonderful World and our two fun folds. So you got to see the corner flip fold, which you just flip that down. And then our simplest of the Z folds. I like it. So, ladies, I want to thank you for joining me. I will be back live at 6:30 with another one. So I'll post before I go live, about a half an hour or so. And I will see you back then. Meanwhile, don't forget to play the games. There's be plenty to do. Also, if you're not getting notifications of when I go live or when I post something, make sure you go and click those three little dots and get your notifications turned on to all. All right? Thank you very much. See you all at 6:30. Bye-bye.